Okay, I've got another XY correlation graph that I want to show you. It's a little bit different. This is some sales closing information. In other words, we have a number of different reps and they have contacted a number of different people. Maybe you want to call them leads or warm leads or what have you. And we're measuring how many of them they've converted into being customers. And what we're trying to do is try to figure out, is there a point where we get diminishing returns, where if they maybe contact too many people, they get tired, worn out, they're not as good, and they end up maybe messing up and therefore not getting any, getting less in return. Well, we took this data and we did an XY scatter on it, and we can see in this blue line, starting with the first one here, and looking along here and seeing that it seems like everything is pretty much the same until you get to about this point here. And when you point to it, it says it's the 303 150, and that happens to be, in this case, the this one right here. So at that point, it seems like the more people that are contacted, say, the less we're getting in return. And if we can figure that that might be something to do with the energy of the person, dwindling out, then it might be more worthwhile having additional reps take on that additional load, or that excess load, and do better with it. And that's kind of what we can kind of surmise from this. All right. So I just want to quickly just show you how we make this happen. Okay, this graph. So I'm going to go back to the first one here. We're going to go ahead and select that range, right? You're going to go back into Insert. In our charts area, we'll click onto that, and we'll go with this one right here. We could also go with the connected one. I think in the last graph we did it with just the regular scatter. Here we'll do the connections. All right, so we'll click onto that, and there's the beginning of it. All right, so now we'll go and we'll take and move this over a little bit there, stretch it out, bring it down a little bit. Now we want to kind of focus in on this area here. So what we're going to do is we're going to change the x-axis, maybe set that to start at 100, kind of stretching this out and getting a little more room here. So I'll double click down here, and I'll change this to a minimum of 100, and that'll kind of pull that over. And then on the other side, I can maybe set it for maybe 450. So I'll go here, make that 450, and there we go. Not bad. The rest of it here, I mean, I suppose I can maybe set this for maybe 20 or 40 or something like that. Probably doesn't really make much of a difference doing that, so we're going to kind of leave it alone. All right, so now I could go ahead and kind of label this just a little bit so that we at least have an idea of maybe what these numbers are in here. So I'll go back, pull this over a little bit, and hit my elements, go to my data labels, click onto there, go to my more labels, and right now it's set for the Y value, and the Y value would be the converted, or how many were converted. So that might be a good number to see there. And we're going to put the number, I think, above each of the plots there. I think that might work probably the best. And then while it's selected, I'll go ahead and I'll shrink the number down just a little bit. There we go. That way it's maybe a little bit easier to see. And we'll make it definitely black. All right, very good. And there we go on that, see? Now we can probably put some labels on the axes here, so we'll click there and go with our axes titles. And on the one on the side here, we'll put in there maybe the number converted, and hit the enter key on that, and then we'll make it bold, make it a little bit bigger, And on the bottom one there, we'll put in their number contacted. So number contacted, enter that in, make it bold, make it a little bit bigger. There we go. We could probably also put a trend line in here to just get a sense of where things are trending at, and then we can actually go ahead and double click that line, go over to the coloring of it, make it just a little bit thicker, and we'll make it into a solid line. There we go. Well, maybe not. We'll make it a dashed, just so it doesn't get confusing with the other one there. All right, so that looks good. We can add some color if we wanted to. We can double click here. We can go with a, oh, wrong one there. And we'll go to the fill. We'll do a gradient fill on that. Doesn't look too bad. That color is fine. All right, very good. So there it is. So again, I just wanted to make sure you saw another example of correlating, numbers together and getting ideas from it. But this definitely is a good demonstration of how, after you get to a point of maybe calling too many people, you start losing it and you start not converting anywhere near as many people as you should. So good little graph there. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed this one. Hopefully you had some fun with it, and appreciate you watching. Take care.